Coming up in today's video, I'm going to be looking at the subject of putting in a little bit more effort, perhaps increasing your intensity just a fraction, and what a massive difference that can make to your run. But just how often should you really do that? So that's coming up later. But first of all, if you're a regular viewer, you will know that we've been talking about running shoes in the last couple of videos. Now, if you didn't see last week's video, or you fell asleep during my story about venturing out to B&Q, which I really wish I'd cut out of the video, let's be honest, do rewatch that video. There's a link in the video description below, and if your device supports it, a link in the top right hand corner of the screen now. And that video's got a lot of great advice, but it's towards the end, it's the second half of the video, so you really must go back and watch it if you lost the will to live during my torrid tale of B&Q. Now, enough of that. The first thing we need to talk about is the running shoes. It's what happened as a result of that, and that is that I have exciting news, everyone. I have my new runners, and today I'm using them for the very first time. I'm so excited to see how I get on. I'll tell you a little bit about them. They're actually the same brand as my previous runners, but that doesn't mean that I'm particularly focusing on that brand. It doesn't mean that I think that brand is the right one to go for. The big difference between my old runners and my new runners is the level of cushioning. I slightly overpronate, so both of these pairs of shoes do something about that. But the crucial thing is that these ones are for kind of longer distance, so they've got more cushioning, they're maximum cushioning. So it'll be interesting to see how they feel. I'm really interested to see how that goes. Now, the other thing I must tell you is, of course, these are not going to be the only runners I get, because we talked a lot in the last video about rotating running shoes. So I fully intend to be doing that, and I will be getting myself another pair at some point. Old money buckets. Not. I'm going to be clearing out the bank account and buying another pair of runners, but I probably will get a different brand, and you've given me loads of advice and loads of suggestions about different brands to look at, so I've got some interesting research ahead of me. Anyway, enough of all this, let's get cracking. I've actually come out for a morning run, unlike me, because it's been so baking hot lately. I've decided to come out first thing in the morning, and it's already starting to heat up. So I want to crack on with this run, and I'll tell you all about the running shoes and how I got on with them on the other side. Just completed 10k. I don't go out running in the mornings very often, but it has been really hot, really oppressively hot, and I normally go in the afternoon. Even the evenings I've been baking. It's been baking sort of overnight. So I think when it's like that, the morning is kind of the best bet. I'm not really a morning person, but I do get up normally first during the week in our house, so I thought, oh yeah, it's Tuesday. I haven't gone for a run on a Tuesday for a while either. I'll get out, and I've done 10k. Which is wonderful. Oh, one more thing I want to say about these running shoes. You might have noticed the colour. Now, that was a slight disappointment, I have to say, for me. Only a little tiny one. When I went to order these, they were on offer, and perhaps that's the reason why most of the colours were not available. I would like to have had some bright red or bright green or bright pink. Why not? Running shoes. But instead, the colours, the choice of colours was black or black and white. So, you know, I like to live life on the edge, so I went for black and white. But, you know, I won't be looking at the shoes very often, because I'll be looking at head. I remember something that was said on Catch the 5K earlier on, and it was, you know, try to sort of look where you're going, look ahead, don't sort of, you know, run like that. And sometimes I do find myself doing that, actually, which is running along, and so when it's getting a bit, you know, a bit tired, so like getting a bit, you know, full on, I can sort of start to sort of tighten up a bit, and I'm sort of looking at the ground, and I think, no, should be looking straight ahead. So I try and, you know, look up, shoulders back, straight ahead, and it does help actually. And I find then that I'm swinging my arms a bit more, and that helps to kind of get over that moment, that tricky moment. So there we are. Right, so new runners, what were they like? Well, they were great. I could feel the extra cushioning. It was definitely noticeable, but not as much as I thought it might be. But that's not a complaint. It's actually perfectly fine. I'm very happy with the level of cushioning. It felt really good, felt really comfortable. So I'm really happy. That's wonderful. So that's my first pair of new runners. another pair on the way, I suppose, because I want to rotate them. Do watch that other video if you didn't see it. Right, onto a new subject. And this is a bit difficult to describe what I mean by this subject. And that's, hello, can you see me? It's all bright all of a sudden. That's that big bright sun thing in the sky. Oh, it feels really hot already. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Yes, so something recently is because I've been doing a route recently, a kind of a 10k route that I really like, and it's a fairly standard route, if you like. I do kind of the same route quite often, which maybe isn't a good thing. I should try and sort of change it up a bit, but I kind of like the route because I can go along the coast and through parks and down streets, and I've mentioned that before. It's really nice. I really like it. But am I lulling myself into a kind of a routine? Am I kind of doing the same thing all the time? And the reason I say that is because my 10k times have been kind of 105-ish, sometimes a bit quicker, sometimes a bit slower, but around about 105. But I've done a couple of 10ks recently where I increased the pace. In fact, it happened because when I mentioned in the last video that somebody came cruising past me again today. She was going like that, just hardly putting any effort in. I thought, I really do go slowly, don't I? But when I pick up the pace a bit, drop my hat. When I pick up the pace a bit, and I did in that run, and actually a run that I didn't vlog, subsequently to that, I picked up the pace again, another 10k, and those runs were 101, and I think the other one I didn't vlog was 102, something like that. And my sort of kilometre times, which are normally around sort of between 6:15 and 6:30, were more like 5:45. So I'd sort of, up the pace a bit. I wouldn't say that I was going, I'm not really going helpful level. I wasn't really going, because when I really stretch out and run, I think it's about 5:20 or something. I think that's about my quickest pace. But 5:45 for me is sort of medium effort, I suppose. And at the end of the run, this is what I was getting to, long drawn out way of getting to this. When I got to the end of the run, I finished and I was out of breath. And sometimes when I finish a run like today, I haven't put in a lot of it. I've been sort of, moderate, low effort, low intensity really. And when I get to the end of the run, I can start vlogging almost straight away. On that one, 2 out of breath. And it was great. It felt wonderful, really. It felt really good to be that out of breath, heart's racing. And it felt really good, actually. And I suppose that's what the question is. That's the question I'm throwing out to you, is kind of where's the balance in doing that? I know I've been told lots by the community, keep it low intensity, but obviously you do want to mix in some higher intensity. So it's a kind of balancing act, isn't it, between how often do you do low, how often do you do a little bit higher. I think variety is key. That's one of the things I've certainly picked up. So maybe what I should be doing is perhaps even if I just go out and do a 5k in my other runners or something, but then make that a little bit higher intensity. I don't know, but it just occurred to me that I did those couple of runs and it slightly increased the intensity, only a little bit, only moderately, I'd say. I certainly wasn't, I wasn't going Usain Bolt, more like Bernie the Bolt really. But at the end of that run, I thought, yeah, that's, I really enjoyed it. It kind of, I really thought, oh yeah, this is brilliant. Really enjoyed that. So what do you think? Let me know your comments below. Right, I'm going to get back because it's getting increasingly warmer. I need to get back and have a shower. I really enjoyed this as an early morning run, actually. I don't normally go out in the morning, so and it has been so hot. Oh goodness, I just walked out into the sun. My goodness, feels really oh dear, I'm going to hide under here. So that's another question, I suppose. Have you found running in the heat? Because it's really difficult, isn't it? I've been wanting to get out. I actually haven't gone out for a few days. Where are you? Oh, hello. I haven't gone out for a few days. And because the weekend I didn't go out at all because it was just so hot, morning, noon and night, unbelievable. So that's why I've gone out now on Tuesday. But I'm so pleased that I've got out, so pleased I've done the 10k and so pleased that I've given my new runners a go. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, as always. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I really do appreciate that. And keep those comments coming because I love reading them. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Next Thursday.